morning, everyone. My name's Nate. I'm here with Charlie in the booth. We are at Hoplite Games in Lansing, Michigan. We've got 5 rounds of Classic Constructed, competing for lots of prizes today, actually.
It's quite a bit. A lot of
Yeah.
Antiquity, Crown of Providence, and all sorts of other good stuff, right?
Lots of things.
All sorts of ridiculousness. Looking forward to it. There's the metagame in Michigan is its own little interesting piece. There are a lot of really strong players in the room. A lot of names people that might not necessarily heard of, but the floor is kind of high. You could be 0-2 and be staring down the Stone Cold Killer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. No. And the thing I always say when preparing for a Michigan metagame is there isn't one.
Accurate.
I mean, I remember getting ready for Enigma and New last national season. Walked in and it was nothing but Draconic Heroes.
Yep.
The whole room. It is wild. It's wild how much it varies.
Yep. 3 heavy hitters. I remember a PQ where the top 2 represented heroes were Prism and Azalea. So it's like, anything can happen.
Anything you're expecting to be well represented today?
I think the last event here, there were a fair amount of facilities.
Mm-hmm.
I think the same is going to hold true. There's also going to be a fair amount of Marionette, and I've seen a handful of people here that are notable Guardian.
Yep, absolutely.
Of various flavors. There are a couple of folks on Volda, a couple of folks on Pleiades, a couple of folks on Jarl. So you have a nice little spread going there.
So we got some folks hunting Guardians and some Guardians hunting aggro.
Yep, and some
between, though.
Yeah,
a couple turtle breakers maybe.
So
there's one player here that I happen to know was a very strong gravy player because they took me down in the finals of an RTN. Just a few short weeks ago, feels like. And I know at least one Verdant's Thorn of the Rose for sure. Oh, so sad, folks. So sad. I think round 1 is paired. I think we're just about ready to get started.
Yep. Doing the thing.
Yeah, camera's doing some dances here, but I think we're ready to head down to the battlefield very soon. Ooh, on that beautiful foil Pleiades playmat. And we did see a little flip there. I think you're correct. I think we are seeing a Rune Blade piloted by JJ Machodi.
Yep.
Self-proclaimed Rune Blade specialist, I would say.
Most certainly. He's been JJ's been playing Vynnset since Vynnset was around all this.
Beautiful. So we have 2, right off the bat, 2 very highly skilled players.
Absolutely. Should be a good matchup.
Now, one of the interesting things, because I've been playing a lot of Marionette recently. As you know, my girl Verdance, she's out for her last ride this weekend, folks.
07. F's in the chat.
F's in the chat. But Marionette, a pretty interesting deck into Vynnset. I have seen a lot of assassins try to, you're banishing cards, and that in some ways can really come back to bite you.
Yeah, like if the vanishes are unkind, you can hit the Rune Gate card that the Vynnset player was looking for.
Exactly. Or you might even just be saying to them, hey Vynnset, as a punishment, draw a card. Right? Now, I've also seen it go the other way where the Vynnset ends up getting a little blooded.
Yes, that can definitely happen. Or if you hit some key go again pieces, some of those extenders, your Shadow Puppetries, your Machinations, things like that, to where they might not draw those pieces to really, and then that could in turn kind of clunk up some hands later.
And that's that variance we were talking about is if the Vynnset finds those enablers at the right time. It's one of those classic decks. You can draw the wrong half of your deck. Right?
Or certainly.
Oh, look at this. I've got a lovely Mordred Tide alongside 3 Deathly Whales. Okay, not what we were looking for.
The dreaded Rune Blade hand is kind of rough. And alternatively, I mean, I guess the way the Marionette has been built more recently has been more towards the dagger focus. So it's a little more consistent, but you can still get some just awkward hands full of low attack blues, not enough reactions, or you have stealth attacks or a stealth attack with no dagger react kind of thing, to where you're just kind of pitched to forced to pitch inefficiently. But it's variance, it's card games.
Indeed,
So,
indeed. If we weren't here for the variants, we'd all be playing chess.
accurate statement.
But I can tell you what, I am looking into Chloe's eyes right now. Chloe is here for blood. Chloe is ready.
Gaming.
But
Focused.
I think I would often give this to the Marionette. Just such an aggressive deck that can put together such impressive numbers. But JJ really knows what he's doing on the Rune Blade. I am not ready to count him out.
For sure. We will see how this goes. I think I know our players are still kind of getting sorted out. It's brand new stream setup. So just kind of waiting on a go ahead. I think they're okay. Seeing percent here. So
Yep. Off the cut. Board is set. One last shuffle. Those first round PQ nerves, they can always get you.
We're not accustomed to having a stream setup here, so that might add an additional element to it.
These players may have had no idea they were even walking into a tournament.
True,
but they'd be on camera.
Yeah.
We got a 10 for Chloe. It's a good start.
So
I gotta believe Marionette takes the play. You don't want Vynnset to have the setup turn.
Yeah, the setup turn for Vynnset being able to even just something as simple as banish a blood dead card, malefic, pass. It's just
she'll happily pay that one life toll just to have a nice setup like that.
Absolutely.
Both decks block reasonably well. Marionette can get stuck with some of those dagger centric 2 blocks. I gotta believe that in a matchup like this, I would take out my Mark of the Black Widows. I would take out my Meat Madness. So that makes me think that Chloe's going to be maybe focusing more on a dagger centric plan, which Mario loves to do. That's one of the strengths of the deck, is it can kind of go either way. Bring in those stealth cards that block well. Challenge the hand against an aggro deck, against a slower deck. Just make them guess.
With Vynnset, if you give Vynnset the opportunity to set up, you can very easily get punished.
Oh, absolutely. You can find yourself very far behind.
So just keeping the pressure on will be key. See how this pans out.
Yep. One last shuffle here. Played much Vynnset yourself, Aaron?
Sadly, no. I've watched a lot of games of it. It is one of the few heroes I haven't played, and I've played a number of games into it, and seen another number of games on it, including watching JJ jamming games late at night in Discord calls. So,
as he's wont to do.
Indeed.
I remember the night before Battle-Hardened Columbus, I was sleeping in the next bed, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and there he was, jamming Briar into Chain.
Yep. It's like, I have to beat Chain to go to sleep.
Let's see. Any interesting equipment choices here? Looks pretty standard to me.
Pretty well standard, yeah.
JJ rocking the new Grimoire of Felling song for an easy rune chant.
Oh, yeah. Such a pivotal piece here.
Exactly what they needed in that offhand slot.
Absolutely. First.
Slowly going first. Tunic ticks up. So often these Marionettes, they're just looking for a mark. They're just looking for an early mark.
Free up a slot for a Calicera. See how. I think we may have some equipment pieces. Okay. No problems.
Technical.
Doing without the headsets.
Yeah. Not too much of a concern this round. It's really just for later when they don't want to hear us.
We are on the other side of the room behind a little bit of a barricade, but once the room starts to thin out, eventually could get to the point where they can hear us. So,
what do you think about that first action of the day?
Determining what to pitch.
Maybe the old 2-card 1, just 2 reds, send a dagger. See a Codex in hand, with Death Touch, I believe. It's not going to do much work this early. Just send in the dagger. Easy block.
Yep.
Do we go for the flick for the guaranteed mark or the near guaranteed mark? Coming in with Meat Madness. Now this does present an interesting fork. If for whatever reason JJ blocks 3, it'll bump the Meat Madness up to 4. So I would expect we'll see 2 cards blocked here.
Very likely so.
If Chloe decides to flick that dagger and go for the mark.
I think she'll probably want, she'll probably, like, almost certainly gonna arsenal the last card, which we believe to be a Death Touch. Flick, and then we'll flick the other dagger, transform. Certainly looks like JJ's lining up a block of 2 cards.
I mean, I might consider giving the 3 block here and baiting out that hit because it would remove the mark and potentially give him an extra card and banish that he might want there.
That is a very valid point.
And it looks like that's the line. See if Chloe goes for the flick. Declines the flick. Doesn't want to risk it. Can you imagine just seeing sure, I'll banish this puddle.
Yeah.
JJ draws up. I think I saw is it a shadow puppetry or a shadow puppetry and reduced to rune chant. I have a feeling we're going to see a setup turn from JJ here.
Likely so. There's not too much to do without breaking equipment at the moment. So.
Yeah.
Yellow Deathly Whale.
We'll get his 2 rune chants. Unless he decides to crack his offhand or his gloves.
Yeah. I think.
That being said, you want to challenge Mario's hand.
Yes.
So if he can, I think that's probably what I would do. But I think it would have to be the gloves to turn on that Deathly Whale. Get him up to 3 rune chance. Like a pass, Arsenal, IP2.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to set up. See 1 blood debt conferred.
Machinations and another card for Jonathan. So it's looks like it could turn into a double attack next turn, depending on what Chloe sends back. Chloe's hand looks to be their codex, another defense reaction. At least there's a Death Touch in Arsenal, we believe. Sigil there too. So it is kind of a more defensive hand.
That is 2 codexes to the bottom of the deck, Chloe, very early.
It is a little unfortunate, for sure. But this is absolutely the part of the game that you do not want to see them. You want to see them like 2 or 3 turns from now.
Absolutely.
So dagger hit comes in. Mark is conferred. Touch goes out, pitching the shelter. Coming in for 6. We'll see what the blocks look like. So it's a Envelop, a Machinations, a Shadow Puppetry, and what looks to be like a Widespread Annihilation in the back.
I believe that is what I saw in the first turn. Yeah, that's what it's been chilling there for a couple turns now. And this is one of those tricky spots too, as Marionette. I want him to block this. I want that mark to stay right where it is. Because, we're now on turn 2. We haven't seen another way to make that Graphene Calicera. I'd be looking to push my hat in front of an attack on the following turn and choose if I could. me down on the last turn of the game with a sigil. Perfectly timed sigil.
Oh,
I knew there was one left in their deck, 27 cards.
Yep.
Either have it or you don't.
So very nice bit of a nice roll here, getting her transform into Orb Weaver.
Finding that beautiful Marvel Orb Weaver.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. And this is great because this will free Chloe up to use that hat in a more aggressive posture
For sure
in the game.
Like this is absolutely no free slot currently for a dagger, but currently. And then see JJ does. JJ banishing a widespread ruin, has 3 rune chance up. Not sure if we're gonna see looks like probably just a shadow puppetry into a deathly whale, most likely.
Just send that Deathly Whale, you get your action point back.
And set up the envelop for Tunic coming up next turn.
Yep. You can use that action point for flail swing. Say, hey, you want to give me a whole card just to stop me getting a rune chant? But I like blocking those because it feels bad putting a whole card in front of that. But you're stopping the damage from the flail, stopping the rune chant, and they pay the life to do it. So it's actually a pretty on-rate block. We're not there yet, though.
JJ thinking about the Vynnset trigger.
I don't know that you need to. But he's going to get that life back in the form of a rune chant. Chloe isn't looking to pitch a blue. Chloe wants those blues to fund Plague Strikes. But getting paid back on the on close effect from Deathly Whale.
So it looks like there's no payment of life, so the rune chants are.
So
it looks like she might. It looks like a Relentless Pursuit, Shelter, Inertia Trap, and I can't tell. Looks like an Upsticks.
Not something you want.
Inertia Trap is.
That is a timely Inertia Trap.
It is
covering up a big chunk of that damage. They will. JJ will still get the option to banish something off the top of his deck. That card chilling in his hand, unfortunately, is bound for the bottom of the deck unless he has a way to use it right now. Ooh, what if it was a Deadwood Surge? Can you imagine? But I think there's no such luck. It's that Shadow Puppetry heading to the bottom of the deck.
And with the whale generate 2 rune chants potentially.
Yep.
So I think with 3 rune chants and then 2 coming over the top and 1 should be 6. So it should be, I believe, she should be at 34 if my math is right.
Sounds right. Players may just not have updated the tablet yet.
Yeah. So it's like 3 rune chants in total with the hit on flail and the Deathly Whale both sides.
You think that JJ would have considered closing the chain, taking those rune chants, and just sending this widespread?
I think so, but so like I can kind of see this too. Like
he's setting up for a bigger turn. He wants to overwhelm those. Mario does not want to block with his whole hand most of the time.
Yeah, no. Marionette is it's a very fun hero. Very like the decision. Like there's so many decision points, so
Indeed.
It's tough to say.
And one of the things I love about that deck is it can scale off almost any hand size.
For sure.
It's happy to keep 5. It's happy to keep 2. Sometimes even 1.
Yep. Chloe sending in another clave to. Okay, let's see. The mark is there still. Likely.
We'll surely see a flick this turn.
Very likely so. At some point here shortly. Okay.
There we go. Mark. So 2 damage total conferred. JJ's now marked.
Let's see. Yeah, it does look like an Upsticks that we might see that pitch or discarded to Orb Weaver, send in a Callister for 4 with Go Again.
There we go. Yep, called it. Creating the Callister. Finally getting their desired weapon suite.
So
currently Callister coming in for 4. Does not have to pay for that Callister.
Yes. So this should line up nicely. And now if she did have another Codex here.
Ooh, that would be nasty.
Codex into that Death Touch that's lingering around.
That would be nasty.
unreal. Is there? Not sure if I saw a CNC. I forget what the last cards in the hand were. See how this lines up.
Blocks, no clean D-react block this time. But also, one of the nice things, not a lot of on hits on these daggers. They're just numbers. If you want to keep that hand, you can do so.
Yeah, but I think we're at the stage of the game where you can kind of disrespect or just not block and be fine. Tarantula Toxin hasn't shown its head just yet.
It's true.
I think that'll certainly become more of a problem once the opponent's down. You have 15 range.
One of the things that I felt playing the others. Ooh, and there's the first leave no witnesses. No arsenal to speak of yet. But when Chloe finds that third codex, we'll have a good chance to see that classic line. Attack, codex into leave no witnesses.
JJ pondering on 2-card block here, like a eulogy and another attack. I'm not quite sure what that other attack was.
Giving up a little value. Maybe JJ's a little worried about getting Blood Debt flooded by having just extra banishes go into his yard when he's not ready to, or into his banish zone when he's not ready to use them. 30 plays 37, tunic up to 3. Banishing a Deathly Whale. I believe that's a red.
Looks like a Moth's Guy's left behind, so could be.
There we go.
Gonna some kind of force some damage through to be able to break the chain and send the other attack.
I am never letting a Moth's Guys go.
It's tough, but it looks like we may have a couple of 2 blocks. I see a Smart issue and an up sticks. So it might be difficult to prevent this attack. And it looks like a red Deathly Whale. So I believe that's for 6.
I believe so. When the Deathly Whale when he closes the chain with the Deathly Whale, he'll get a rune chant for each player that has lost life. Now, I did not see JJ pay for the Vynnset effect when he played that Mavrine Skies, which it's actually not a shadow card, right? So
yeah.
So he would not have the opportunity to pay. So
it still confer the go again. So
yeah.
Chloe paying for the rune chance using tunic to cover all, using the tunic and the blue to cover all 4.
Indicating maybe this is a hand that Chloe's just not so happy with. Maybe we're just looking to. Oh, and the shelter that we forgot about from a few turns ago.
Yeah, the first one got pitched. The second one showed up right behind it. Yeah. So covering the 6, and now JJ looking to just recoup some value on the back end still.
Being 1 swing with Flail of Agony.
Yep. So it'll be 3 more rune chants on the back end here. 2 from Deathly Whale, 1 from the flail itself. So JJ's set up again to send another good amount of damage on a small hand.
I do think that JJ needs to put something together soon. He needs to find that hand that he can keep. Hope that Chloe's turn is not too devastating.
Yes.
So that he can send that 1, 2, maybe even the fabled triple rune gate turn. I've seen it once or twice.
I don't know if Chloe's going to give JJ the space. I think she's going to continue to send small hands that will, threaten something. And this is yes, this is 5 with Go Again, but it's still threatening Mark a bit.
Yeah.
All the transforms here are going to be good. Good in some variety. Even a trapdoor to fetch up any old trap is just 3 more points of damage you can use to cover up a 6. I think that's from a widespread run or some other similar attacks. So, overall, this is still a question.
Absolutely. JJ saying I see an eloquent eulogy, a widespread destruction, a malefic incantation, and I'm not sure what that second card is. JJ taking the damage. Send the bill. I'll take the mark. I believe that was Chloe's 2-card hand.
She will pass from here and
we transform into Orb Weaver.
Orb Weaver.
That's all right. That's all right. I do. I mean, it might free her up to send that, flick that Calycera just for that extra point of damage and create a new Calycera that you don't have to pay for. So still not a zero value proposition here.
Seeing her hand, it looks like she has the dagger react and a blue. So her hand is pretty well primed to send numbers back. And see, JJ banishing the widespread destruction of the food and chest.
A little unfortunate that there's no Arsenal on Chloe's side, but
Machinations very strong here. So looking like JJ's opting for the widespread ruin without, like you said, there's no rune chance on the back. So this is still 4 and then 6 with overpower and go again. So it is
sending 10.
Still quite a large amount of damage and still threatening potentially another attack behind it.
Chloe takes the 4 arcane.
Which makes sense based off of what we kind of see off of her hand. Her hand is packed full of
gas. I would even, I would be considering pushing my hat in front of that. I'm choosing maybe possibly a more offensive, but I also can understand saving it for a more critical turn just to slam the door shut later in the game if you get the opportunity.
For sure. Yeah, even the Orb Weaver ability itself, sure. Even if you're not buffing, or even if you're not generating closer, it's still +3.
Absolutely. Okay, JJ closing the chain.
So blue marker block that it looks like sets up the graphic.
Tunic. Cool. Did you know that you can just cast RuneGate cards?
Yeah, it's who'd have thunk?
Hidden mode.
Yeah.
Turns out you can just pay resources for your RuneGate card.
Malefic generates a rune channel on the back end of this, and then this is an overall pretty solid turn from JJ.
JJ, saying, "Hey, I'm not going down without a fight here."
We'll see what Chloe has to say about that. See if she does opt to give up some cardboard.
Turning an Eloquence token. Ooh,
there's that third codex.
That is interesting. Blocking with that third codex, the value block.
I can kind of see it. It depends on that third card, and I saw it to the point of blue. Didn't see the third card, but it looked like so. Regardless, it's still an assassin card. So she can still threaten some pretty serious damage.
Indeed. Maybe she just saw, you know what? JJ's not lining up to have an arsenal here. Maybe the classic leave no line isn't valuable.
There's certainly a lot of effects these days, and in a lot of decks where the arsenal is just not as safe as it used to be. So it makes a lot of sense.
That might be changing soon. Little card called Plow Under.
It's never safe to arsenal
these days. Yeah. I have playing defensive decks in the last year. I have noticed that frequently.
Yes.
Just the average player's propensity to arsenal is less. It's a risk.
So to the point to push this up to 5. Let's go get the damage in. JJ calling to 17.
Marked. Codex of Inertia. That makes the Codex Frailty block make sense.
Yep.
Chloe looking to strand an awkward card in JJ's hand.
No.
Or in Arsenal, I should say.
Forcing the discard, reducing the ability to be able to banish something or block. So it is a very solid play, and a lot of what Marionette can hit will be very just maybe the worst target.
There we go.
And then there's targets like this that are very much reasonable. So
currently coming in for only 3 because we are not unwrapping Marionette at this time. Chloe, rethinking that.
Well, JJ still needs to discard for the Codex of Inertia.
JJ in that awkward spot as he is marked. I don't see a whole lot of cards in his hand that he wants to banish.
Yeah, there's the eulogy.
One more eulogy.
I think
he has to banish one at the start of his turn, though.
Yes, if he has a card, he has to banish that. So I don't know if this is just like a value card block, like one card for plus face.
No, that's interesting. Yeah. Nothing
just,
to discard for Chloe, unfortunately, but
yeah.
this is one of the strengths that, I know many Mario players are considering Codex of Inertia to be a core card at this point because there's very few rips they can pull off the top that they're not happy to throw in their arsenal.
Yeah, when the worst card you can feasibly hit is a Little from Bone or a Blue Stains in the red back. You could do
worse.
You could do a lot worse.
You could do worse.
So presenting three. Looks like JJ might be lining up the Eloquent Elegy block, or Eloquent Eulogy block, which kind of forces an awkward banish from JJ because I don't know if JJ necessarily wants to banish either one of these cards. Dirge and Yellow Malefic are both very strong pieces.
Well, there's one thing we haven't seen yet. That's JJ's arsenal.
Yeah,
what
we missed
did he
that.
pull off the top?
We definitely missed that.
Maybe that will pull this turn together. JJ with an Eloquence sitting there that he earned last turn. Both these non-attack actions already have go again, though, unfortunately. However, I do believe that he can play the Deadwood Dirge, trigger the Eloquence, and still target it.
I believe so.
So he gets go again on the Deadwood Dirge.
Yep. Yeah, that certainly makes sense depending on what JJ's valuing here. If JJ's valuing valuing to push damage, which it looks like he is. The trade-off being you have a better setup if you have a second Malefic. Or like he's doing now, he's looking to push some more damage.
Playing the Deadwood Dirge. That should trigger the Eloquence. Looks like he chose to target a Rune Champ.
Yes. So going up to 4, being able to send the widespread destruction here.
He saved it for when Chloe had that arsenal. Patience paying off there.
Wondering if the arsenal is some card like a Funeral Moon or a Cull that once life is lost.
That would be nasty.
Yes.
Be nasty.
Codex of Inertia, or then the Inertia token. Looked like a Deathly Whale to me on kind of an initial flash, which is not the worst card to be banished from your arsenal. And that the arsenal banish will it'll take precedence over the Inertia token, which looks like what he's saying, just send me the bill. Take some damage, go down to 20.
Every heads up play, just there's no way I'm saving my arsenal here. Ooh, there's the mask block.
So
what are we gonna choose?
So Rune Chance still fire. Mask block into a red back.
Ooh, choosing red back.
Right. I like this play. It kind of signals that you have a stealth attack that you want to give go again. Still looks like she'll still have maybe I believe she may have a Kiss of Death at this point. I believe it's all scar tissue. So she could be setting up a pretty nasty turn.
Indeed. We also have yet to see a Tarantula Toxic rear its ugly face. That's one of those cards that I go, why does this exist?
For sure. So yeah, it looks like okay. So the arsenal is banished on Chloe's side. There's a pain in the backside, which is a great hit off Ponder, but unfortunately, she doesn't play that.
One of those just 3 go against one of those head jabs that says you are going to block me.
So we see Kiss of Death for 6. This is kind of scary. With 2 cards left behind, you have to, and it already quickly approaching that life total. Where Tarantula Toxin becomes.
Indeed. Often, as the defensive player, when I'm facing down a Kiss of Death, I'm just saying no block. Send me the bill.
It's like if I'm above 20, send me the bill. But once you start dipping to 15-ish, it's really can be a real problem. So JJ lining up the face perk block. It's like the face perk trigger is happening.
This looks like a nice embrace. Now is that? I happen to know that JJ opened a gold foil face purgatory in Columbus, but I don't think that's what we're seeing on the board today.
In talking with him, I think he's just keeping it in its place and just looking to get it slab.
Absolutely.
Gonna get it slabbed within its turn. So
But yeah, Succumb to Temptation, I believe it was a Deep Recesses.
yes,
Also the block. JJ draws a card. Chloe discards a card.
getting to send in the Calycera off the tunic, then to be able to flick the Kiss of Death. Still presenting 3 points of damage off of that. Very respectable.
JJ really rewarded for patient play there.
Yes, and Chloe also making the most out of and kind of forcing the face bird off. You're gonna run into that at some point in the game. Like
Yep.
face purgatory is one heck of a piece of cardboard. Um, yeah, it's she's still making a good turn, even through a face.
Right. Absolutely. But I gotta hand it to JJ here. It really felt like JJ was on the back foot at the beginning of the game, and now I'm not so sure who I'm giving this to. He's evened up the life totals very effectively.
Yeah, this is still anybody's game.
Playing patient. He's got some board presence. He's still got his gloves and his offhand.
So, JJ can still put together a decent turn off of just banishing a root gate attack, blowing up equipment, sending it. So JJ blocking with the yellow Deathly Whale, and then the flick comes across to knock him down to 13. So JJ not being marked, so there's no transferring back anyway.
What's that card? Knight's Embrace. New card out of the
Iraqi Armory deck.
Armory deck. Yeah, I know quite a few Marios have enjoyed having that in their lists. I actually, I cut it for mine. I'll tell you the truth.
That makes sense. It is a perfectly fine blue. It is a lunging press of sorts.
Indeed.
It blocks 3. Hard to ask for too much. So widespread annihilation.
I think we might see either a glove crack or that Deadwood Dirge out of hand.
Very nicely. It lines up very nicely for JJ here.
Another tough question for Chloe.
Yes. That's what something certainly Vynnset can do. And even historically Vynnset can do is just block down and send an attack back. And at this stage of the game, it can become tough.
Like, shades of chain there,
For sure.
A few more steps to jump through.
Yeah, and not quite as wide, but certainly. 4 and 6 with a banish from hand on any damage. So,
and this, to me, this says, look, even if you have a blue, unless you're going to give me 2 cards to stop these rune chants. Oh, and Chloe goes for it. Running 4.
Looks like she
just preserve a little life total.
I think she very well may just be just blocking out.
I love this play.
Yeah, just you show me that you have it.
Do it again, sir.
Yes.
Do it again.
If you have 1 rune chant, do it again.
That is a very heads up play from Chloe.
Yeah,
because she was going to lose that 4th card anyway.
Yeah, she's been here. She's done this before.
Absolutely. Chloe passes back. Tunic takes up to 3. We banish another widespread annihilation.
This time, so it's like JJ has an envelop. So very well might even play here, like envelop grimoire, send the widespread. I think for 9 at that point.
Sounds right.
And that would kind of curve out nicely.
Glove pop, get us up to those required 4 rune chants.
Maybe even it also could be a line where JJ uses Spellbound Creepers here, although he only has the 1 attack advantage. I don't know. I guess it would kind of be a waste of the development.
Yeah, I don't know if I pop it quite here, but he also has that reduced to rune chant that really wants to find its way into Arsenal.
Yeah, looks like his hand is a little bit awkward.
That's sometimes one of those strengths when you're playing against these decks that really want to give you a couple cards each turn.
Yeah.
Hey, convert all these.
Yes.
Improving a little bit of that value loss.
So what we're seeing the 4 into 6.
Making a rune chant on the back end. So Chloe said, "Do it again." He did it again.
Still presenting 10.
Look at that.
It's not as brutal as it could be if that. Yeah, maybe if the widespread was, or maybe one of those other cards could convert go again into another attack, or into a flail swing. It could be different.
I'm guessing that this time Chloe just didn't have the blue
Yes.
to cover up a lot of those rune chants, saying, okay, but we're still going to preserve as much life as possible.
So she's blocking with the 2 blues, but then likely at that point the only
Choosing to banish a Savory Bloodshed.
yes.
Card that requires a little setup to get max value.
Yes.
I don't mind that as a banish here.
Yeah, and
I predict we'll see Chloe just set that card and say, do it. Yeah. Oh, well, there's at least one card play.
very reasonable. Without an easy armor block, unless you want to have the old Iron Rod Jordan's jump in front here.
Indeed.
Which this stage of the game very like it's like Deep Recesses. I believe that's a call behind it. Nice little fun combination of cards. JJ currently on 1, going into 2 rune chance, so he still has the envelop, depending on what that other card is. Could line up to be really nice. I believe there was the reduced dimension too.
That's true.
Looks to be Arsenal.
Might be a pretty clean block. Giving it all due care and consideration, though. I think this man wants to go to Las Vegas. He's not snap decisioning. He's thinking about it.
Saving his Battleheart PTI for another day.
Indeed. Reaching for the arsenal. There's reduced to rune channel.
So if you have 2
5 value block. Easy.
That's your powerful card. Right, so
he might have been considering just taking the banishes.
Maybe so.
If he has the enablers. Yep, there is that call.
Yep. So I think do you banish the call here? Do you banish the deep recesses? I think it's like
I think we're you can banish the call. As soon as he loses life. As soon as life is lost by either player, which JJ has the option to do if they play a shadow non-attack action.
Yeah,
play the call, put it in your yard, play out the deep recesses, banish your own call, and call again.
Yes. Yeah, there are a lot of neat tricks you can do with the card. And the nastiest parts is when they're hidden, if you can hide it, depending on the composition of the hand, it might not be too feasible. Certainly trusting JJ's judgment on this. So JJ opting to banish the coal. Maybe he's looking to start with another attack first. Or, okay, tunic envelop here.
Bang the life, I assume.
Okay.
Saying to Chloe, sorry, but you don't have any choice on whether or not this call can be played from banish at instant speed.
So Cole will banish the deep recesses because JJ has lost life this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then JJ can send the deep recesses, break chain, Cole again.
That's a nasty piece of work. So that deep recesses will be coming in for
9. Yep, 4 rune chants and 9 with 2 calls abound. It is a quite a powerful sequence.
Banishing a to the point
and a widespread annihilation. Okay. Maybe I might have been mistaken on what I saw in hand. This is still a very, very powerful sequence, like mentioned. Still 4 and 9, threatening another hand banish.
4 and 9. That's lethal.
It is lethal.
You have to respect some part of this.
She has to do something.
Another rune chant on the back end. Taking the 4.
Yep. So hand banish will happen. I think
We've already banished a card, so 3 left. I predict we see Chloe just lay the hand in front of us.
likely so this way. It looks like she can cover. It looks like she can cover the full 9 at least. Okay. So she took 1 rune chance, pitching the other 3.
Okay.
Preserve the cards in deck, and then taking 3. That's still the most efficient use of the cards.
Once again, saying, sir,
try again.
Do it again. Waiting for one of those Runeblade hands to come along, but so far.
So, okay. So the deep recesses gets banned.
Indeed. So now I believe we have JJ at 2 rune chance. Looking to make another one at the start of his next turn after Chloe passes back, draws up. And he still has that Grimoire Felly song there for that 4th if he needs that emergency button.
JJ's hand looks a little awkward here. It looks like it's 4 rune gate.
Not what you want to see when your opponent passes back.
Cleaning out her blocks a little bit. It's like JJ pondering what he's going to discard, or he's going to banish. Excuse me.
We're taking a look through JJ's banished, trying to figure out what could be left.
Roughly 10 minutes left, but life totals are low enough that I think we should still see a natural conclusion to the game. Also, not considering extensions that might have been given for some of the equipment and some of the setup.
Indeed.
So, still moving along at a good pace. Looks like JJ banishing the Deathly Whale, generate the Rune Chant. Deep Recesses is a blue, so what?
Seeing a hard cast build here.
Yes.
You know, that's a pretty heads up play from JJ. Knowing that Chloe is low enough that they'll have to respect this.
Yes.
However, Jake does have 2 blood debt cards in his banished zone.
Yeah. Going down to 9 is still scary, but Chloe does still have to. She still has to respect it. Like this is still damage.
I see a T
or 7 damage
in Chloe's hand. Actually, this is exactly when you want to see. But I wonder. See, maybe just a 1 card here.
So looks like a Meat Madness Ethox.
It's possible that Chloe could just wait JJ out here.
It's feasible. Pitching the 2 block.
See, I think that tells you everything you need to know. Chloe's taking a fully defensive posture here.
Looking to
Yep.
look to see if JJ runs out of ways to clear that blood debt attacks from banish.
What do we arsenal here, JJ? Oh, nothing, because you used your hand.
Yep.
That was his pitch.
Looks like Chloe does
2 blood debt.
I don't know if Chloe will send that pain in the backside or not. It would kind of make sense either way.
I could see either way. Hey, I can live through this next turn.
Okay, she's opting to send it.
For the sun.
Still threatening 4 and a mark. So certainly we'll see.
Yep.
JJ very likely to block.
But 4 is not a number he wants to take here.
No, especially in the land where you just saw the first T-Tox get blocked with it just threatens too much.
Indeed. Looking for a clean 3 block here, I imagine.
Envelops a 2 block. With like Malefic's a 2 block, so it looks a Deathly Whale or a Funeral Moon. So both of those are options here. As much as you want the Funeral Moon, I think that makes sense. You can banish the Funeral Moon, and then send an attack.
Feel pretty reliably able to play it, though.
Yeah.
Chloe has shown us that she's very willing to cover up arcane damage as much as possible, but
Absolutely.
it's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
Taking very careful consideration to this block.
Blocking with the Deathly
Cover that up. I agree with that.
Okay. Tunic to for Nicholas right here. Makes sense. Confer some form of value forward. Progress the game state. Makes
certainly don't want to end the game with that tunic on 3.
Yeah. You
can avoid it.
Want to get the maximum value you can.
Could be telling us that Chloe expects to block with that tunic.
Yes. Very short. Very certainly.
Banishing Funeral Moon. Yeah. Up to 3 rune chance, I believe.
Yep. 2.
Oh, that's 2. Up to 2. So we see a Malefic.
Malefic gets pitched for the envelope to get the 3rd rune chant.
There we go. Considering a Vynnset trigger.
It makes sense to pay here, I think.
I agree.
So you can guarantee to play the Funeral Moon.
You know what's interesting here? Is there a line here where JJ brings Spellbound Creepers into the discussion?
I think so. It is.
So, he doesn't have an auto attack. Well, no, he could.
If Tunic were on 3, it would work out a little bit better.
But he doesn't actually have a way to give himself that action point because he's played out the cards from his hand, unfortunately.
That's true. And Funeral Moon itself does not have go again.
So
it can be played as instant.
The Grimoire is popped, bringing us. Oh, I see this man's plan. Brutal. And this is a situation where Chloe just knows what's coming next.
It's still, this is threatening 4 arcane and 9, so threatening
still a lot of damage. A lot of damage, a
lot of disruption. So Chloe down to 7, still thinking about her, how she's going to handle the rest of this. Looks like a CNC. Blue gets pitched.
Those blues have been pretty timely for Chloe. What does this card do again? Just came out in Compendium of Brave.
So
might not have had a chance to play against it yet.
So another option here, another reason to pay for it, Fun Secrets. JJ, instead of banishing a Call with Deep Recesses, could play the Funeral Moon, banish it, play it again, get 2 chance set up for the next turn. And he's taking one damage.
Many options.
The Vynnset lines are just awesome. So sweet. And so covering.
Chloe taking 3 here.
Taking 3 more, going down to 4.
Let's see what JJ goes for. I wouldn't be surprised to see a call here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he can. Just checking his options.
I guess theoretically 2 could be. I guess there's not much else to.
We choose that call and make Chloe regret holding a card back. Not sure if life totals are updated yet. I believe Chloe should be at 4 now.
Well, also could banish an Eloquent Eulogy, play Funeral Moon, play the Eulogy.
With only 1 card left?
So presenting 5. Yeah. All this is telling me is that I need to build Vynnset when I go home. There are some really awesome lines. Getting down to the wire here.
Finishing that leave no witnesses. That's a very nice call, though. We have seen all 3 codexes, but
Yeah, 2 of them were pitched, so we might be. I can't really tell deck size from here. Since we still might be a couple of turns away from second cycle.
Chloe forced to banish a Kiss of Death. JJ playing out that Funeral Moon, getting a Rune Chant.
Getting set up for the following turn.
Still taking 1 Blood Debt, but in a very commanding position.
Yep.
Chloe's just thinking, draw that Rune Blade hand.
How?
What do we see? We see a Deathly Whale, Oblivion, Shadow Puppetry, and is that the 3rd Deadwood Dirge?
Looks like a dirge.
Oh,
So this is.
That's a great pull up for JJ here. He draws up. Do we have a blocking zone?
Looks like a fairly aggressive hand. There's a couple of 2 blocks here, another T-tops. This is a great hand if you have the tempo. Not a great hand when you don't.
Indeed.
It's unfortunate for her. But so JJ banishing the Deathly Whale. Looks like, Kiss of Death, T-tops to the point. Pain in the backside. It's a great hand if you have tempo, but you don't have tempo. It's rough.
At least we will be able to block some physical decently well. But there is 4 Rune Chants coming across right now. And Chloe has no efficient way to deal with them.
3 and 1 unpreventable. So this is.
Chloe will go to 3.
4
That
and
first point of
7.
damage.
It's 4 and 7. Looks like a red Deathly Whale. He's Chloe now at 3, staring down 7. And this has go again. Life totals 5 on 3.
Considering blocks, difficult to get more than 2 cards here.
I think she has to. It's unfortunate. She has to try to preserve somehow.
We have that action point coming from the Shadow Puppetry. She doesn't know that JJ has a Deadwood Dirge in hand. Looks like we have time in the round coming up here.